I don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna fall asleep 'cause I miss Modern Warfare 3. And I don't wanna miss a thing. Welcome back to the channel of Major92, the Shaman of Gaming. Well, that little introduction song actually included me chatting a little bit of bullshit, and I'll explain why. Anyway, yeah, basically this video right here will be my last Modern Warfare 3 video that I will ever upload, basically. And what I'm going to talk about in this video is just basically an overview, what my whole opinion on Modern Warfare 3 from start to finish actually is. You know, whether it's a game that I'll sort of, like I said, miss or, you know, have fond memories of, and basically my overall thoughts about the game, and how I'm feeling about Black Ops 2 to this point. So, basically the video, I'll just sort of touch on that a little bit. You know, recently I've been really sort of stressing on my channel how I think people should sort of push the boat out on what they use in terms of, you know, setups and guns and that kind of thing. Saying that I think they should use stuff that's a little bit more unusual, and you know, I've spent so much time doing that. You know, I've been using, well, like on Modern Warfare 3, I've been using stuff like the KSG and the model and the MP5 and, you know, similar guns to that, and you know, I've done it for so long. I thought that basically on my last ever video I'll put on a really powerful class and you know, see what I can do, see what kind of KD I could actually hold if I'd used, you know, the most powerful guns throughout the whole duration of Modern Warfare 3's life cycle. But anyway, yeah, let's sort of talk about my whole opinion and my sort of overview of Modern Warfare 3 now it's coming to a close. I'll start off at the beginning. You know, I think it's the same for every Call of Duty game, that it has like a honeymoon period where everybody's loving the game. You know, sometimes it's only as short as like a week, like it was with this. And during that period, you sort of, even though you know, you're getting killed by stuff that later on will get seen as being like bullshit, you sort of forgive it, you know, inside the honeymoon period. And to be honest, the honeymoon period of this game actually served me really well. On my Major92 account, I was holding like a 4KD till, you know, gone into 2012, and then obviously I made this secondary account for when I was actually working on my Iron Will montage. So yeah, the honeymoon period treated me well, and then when it passes sort of Christmas time and gets into, you know, January, February, that's when people are really figuring out their favourite guns and the more powerful guns in the game, and you know, everybody's sort of kind of still enjoying the game, but you know, the problems are sort of creeping in at that point. And you know, the big YouTubers are sort of recommending these guns, and then everybody starts using them. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not like sort of beating down on the big YouTubers or anything like that. I actually want to touch on something that Woody's Gamertag actually pointed out in his last Feedback Friday video, where he got a question about that kind of thing, and he was talking about what his problems with Modern Warfare 3 as a whole were. And I think it's no secret that, you know, the spawn system on this game is, you know, among the worst things about it, the worst points about it. And he touched on it, that it's not particularly the spawns in specific that, you know, that are really bad and that he really, you know, dislikes. But it's this kind of traffic pattern, and I actually really can agree with that, and I feel the same way. You know, as bad as the spawns are, it's not the fact that you spawn, you know, really close to people, or people spawn behind you and stuff like that. And it always tends to be when you're on a big streak, funnily enough. But it's not that, it's like there's no logic and no balance and consistency to, you know, to the traffic patterns. You know, in old games, every map had a sort of traffic pattern, and there was, you know, the bad maps that, you know, were a little bit dodgy. But in this game, they seem to have thrown all logic to traffic patterns and flow of the maps, and how a multiplayer game goes, you know, during the sort of duration of the game. And yeah, it seems to have just gone out the window. There's always people in positions where, you know, when you watch the kill cam and you see where they killed you from at certain times, it's frustrating, because you just don't expect people to be in the positions that they are a lot of the time. And like I said, it can be really frustrating. Another thing that Woody talks about quite a lot is, and he mentioned this in his last Feedback Friday video as well, that you know, he doesn't really agree too much with the whole overpowered guns thing. And you know, I'm not going to say that he's wrong, because obviously that whole thing is really, you know, opinion based. But he says that, you know, pretty much all the primary guns at some point get called overpowered, or all the SMGs and assault rifles and stuff like that. But what my definition of overpowered guns actually is when there's a gun in a certain class of weapon, you know, a certain type of weapon, you know, across SMG, assault rifle, shotgun, LMG, sniper rifle. It's when there's guns within those classes that make it so there's no point in using some of the other ones. For example, let's take submachine guns in this game, for example. You've got the PP90, the P90, the MP7, which are all, you know, beast guns. But then that makes it so that the other SMGs, there's no point in using them, and that's why I call those guns overpowered. If everything had a peak and a valley to using it, then I would agree with what he's saying. But let's take, you know, let's take Black Ops, for example. The problem with gun balance, in my opinion, is this, you know, like, say the assault rifle class in Black Ops, you had the FAMAS that was really powerful, and the Galil that was, you know, really good, but it wasn't quite as powerful. Then there's guns that, like a fully automatic, like the Enfield in that game, but there's no point to using it because the FAMAS trumps it in every single situation. It's better from close range, long range, and it's all, in that game, it was all because of the FAMAS's fire rate, and that's the problem with the gun balance in COD for me at the moment. They put guns in the game that just trump, you know, a couple of the other guns in the class in every single situation, and I think that's the big problem at the moment. And like I said, that's my opinion anyway. And you know, hopefully they'll get that sorted very soon and make it so every gun has its, you know, advantages from different ranges and situations, and downfalls in other, you know, ranges and situations. But basically, let's get back to, you know, my whole opinion of this game. Like I said, when it gets to sort of winter time, into sort of January, February, people are finding out their, you know, their favourite classes, and people are finding the powerful weapons. But then this game, sort of after that, really did drop off, and people are really starting to dislike it. And I think the frustration is the fact that they've actually, you know, people at Infinity Ward have actually said that they said before this game was released that certain things were getting removed, and they didn't, and they don't seem to do anything about it. And it's a little bit frustrating for, you know, hardcore fans and experienced COD players to keep making these games so noob friendly. And to a certain degree, I understand that they're always trying to you know, pull in more fans and a sort of new audience, but I just think they're going about it the wrong way at the moment. And hopefully Black Ops 2 will have that really sorted. I have more faith in Treyarch in a way, so hopefully we'll get that sorted. So this game, like I said, the honeymoon period really did treat me well. I enjoyed it at the beginning, and then once, you know, all these powerful classes and Deadman's fucking nuke and all that stuff, you know, were you know, found out and came to the surface, that's when the game became really frustrating. So overall, I think this is actually my least favourite Call of Duty game of all time. But like I said, I'll have some fond memories of it. I think sort of getting Moabs and going for gold weapons really saved the game for me. But other than that, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Black Ops 2, and hopefully you will join me for the next video. As I said, this is my last Modern Warfare 3 video. I will see you very, very soon, and 2 videos will be linked after this one, and Pork Sword.